Alrighty, guys, welcome back for another Dokkan battle video. And today, we got to get into a little bit of what could be for part two of this Transcendent Dokkan campaign celebration. Obviously, we're gonna get to like what could the character be, because we did get for the headliner unit, it is this Frieza. Obviously, I probably pulled up right here. Wait, right, this is him, right? No, this is him. I have this Frieza pulled up right here. He is the headlining unit of this new campaign that replaces Tanabata. And the thing is about his team, he leads two weird categories. Now, this is not a bad unit by any means, but he leads movie bosses and he leads movie heroes. The problem with that is a lot of times you don't want to mix hero and villain units because their links differ, but this unit has special abilities that allow them, with their active skill, they can activate, with more extreme class enemies, and then one active skill can be activated with more super class heroes. So the thing is like, we can get another powerful unit that works with this team, or we can get another unit that just matches this team category or matches their overall uniqueness for like one in a certain type of team or one in a certain type of build for them. So I have a couple of characters pulled up. We're going to jump right into them. Now, I believe that we could get a sort of Paragus unit, Paragus tag unit, maybe a Paragus exchange unit from when they first get shown on the planet Vampa with Broly. I think that could be a good unit that could be, exchange or a tag, even however Dokkan wants to go about it. But we don't actually have a good version of this Broly, the Wrath Broly, or like the first Broly that appears on the planet that fights in this movie. I mean, a lot of their animations that Dokkan has really went crazy for, it's been from when he's Super Saiyan and when he's full power Super Saiyan. A lot of it is not when he's, just regular base Broly or even Wrath Broly with the Ozaru form. So I believe we could get something like that. I would actually like to see a Paragus and Broly combination. I mean, if you look at it, it'd be better because they'd be on more teams. Obviously, he'd be on some of Broly's teams. Let's see, where do I have him pulled up? I think it's this one right here. And this one right here, yep. So for the Broly teams, right, the thing is that we have to get to. Yep, got this Vegeta pulled up because it also could be something later down the line where they want to go back to this movie. But for the sake of, getting it off at this point, we don't have any good animations, really. This is the only one for base Broly, and this is at the start of the movie, like his attack at the start. They could still mesh together so many different animations, and this Broly is on, like, barely any categories. Add that with the tag mechanic, obviously he'd be on some categories like mission execution, join forces, pure Saiyan. He's going to be on things exactly like movie bosses, of course, gifted warriors, super bosses. If he's a tag character, of course, they'd share both of those links, and I think that's really what Dokkan should go for, allowing us to help this team in a way. Because unless I'm crazy, they only dropped this Frieza to help this Golden Frieza. In the last celebration, if we notice, we got the Gohan, like this new shiny Gohan, and then we got the two fusion bros, the LR Goten and Trunks Super EZA, and then we got the EZA for Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the BoJack movie, and that massively helped their team. We look at like Rose got the AGL Rose's EZA, and then he got Zamasu's EZA. And then we look at Omega just got a full team. Omega got 5 units that work with him. So you kind of see that for these celebrations now, they want to raise the floor of these weaker teams. And if I'm looking at Frieza's team, movie bosses and movie heroes, they have like nothing. They actually have nothing. I don't know what they were thinking. Like recent units that came out and are good to run, you can use a lot of these units, but some of them are like kind of stuck on certain teams or don't link very well. And then also you look at movie heroes, a lot of these characters just, yeah, I mean, they're not, unless they easy A, they don't match with this Frieza as well. So we're looking for something that can help this Frieza be at his full power, unless they just want to forget about the Broly movie as a whole after this celebration, which I don't think they're gonna do. We could also get, I'm gonna get rid of these. We could also get a tag. I know people are gonna be like, wait, what? A tag Goku and Vegeta from this Broly movie. People don't realize this movie has some of the greatest choreography for fights, and animation wise it just goes crazy, but a lot of it that Dokkan has taken and used for, you know, their top premium LRs is from when they go blue. And I know people like to say, oh, but what about the LR Gods unit? That unit, let's be real, after Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, everything can be redone with the animations and the budget that they have. We can get a base Vegeta, not even a base Vegeta, but everything that Vegeta does in Super Saiyan, tag Super Saiyan Vegeta, tag Super Saiyan Goku, and do everything that they have in that fight with Broly. I think that would work as a decent tag unit as well. I feel like a lot of their animations are untouched, and that leaves them to have a massive celebration in the future if they want to go that route. But I know Dokkan's been spamming the tag mechanic, so why not just throw another one in there while we can? We can get a bunch of help for Frieza. That is in terms of like the Gogeta portion of that card. You know, obviously he's gonna link well with them. Obviously he's gonna be on a bunch of teams. He can also he could be a better leader for movie heroes to, you know, maybe put Frieza on that team and be able to have his target mechanic or said fusion Kamehameha active skill on his side. So it kind of helps that they kind of left this animation alone, or left these good animations alone from them. We're gonna get to this now. They dropped this Frieza, right? And then they announced the EZA for the Golden Frieza, but the Golden Frieza is from Resurrection F. That is, you know, obviously it's a movie boss's character. But I've been thinking, what could they do? And I go back to this unit. I was thinking of maybe a Tagoma and Sorbet tag Frieza, Golden Frieza. I mean, more Tagoma and Frieza card, and then Sorbet can be like the, you know, active skill where he just shoots the gun. I feel like that is another like crazy scene that they haven't gone too crazy on. You know, another animated scene from the movies that they haven't really touched. They've only really focused on the fight with Goku or the fight with Vegeta, and still, I think at that they're not really. Those animations are kind of old. They're not too good, chat. So I feel they can definitely redo this. Obviously, if they make this an LR for the Part 2 campaign, they'd be on a couple more teams because of Sorbet and stuff like that. That's why his teams are limited. But this would help, like, change some of their links a little bit. This would help Frieza's team. You get another differently named character that you can link with, obviously helping his team just on the extreme class side be as dominant, because we still have a bunch of super class characters that can get easy A's on the movie bosses or on the movie hero team, that can get easy A's today right now and be competitive. For the movie bosses side, it's kind of like they're stuck really on their own way. They're stuck in their own way. You got the Brolys that he likes to be running his own team. But he's a little old, so it doesn't matter. The Janembas, they need a big bad bosses character. Frieza does not have big bad bosses, so it's kind of like you're using them at their weakest if you do that. Honestly, you can still get away with it, but I wouldn't prefer doing something like that. So I'm thinking of a new character that they can just add into the pool that could actually help this Frieza. They're all about helping the teams. They could also just, you know, I'd say EZA, the ROF, like movie characters, the Blues themselves, these two. Which brings me to my next point. If they're going to go ROF, chat, you know what I'm going to say. This can be redone. They can get their easy A with the celebration, but we can get a tag base Goku, tag base Vegeta from the ROF movie, because they do have a little scenes where they're fighting and it's decently animated, and none of it's in Dokkan. And then obviously we know with the budget they can go crazy with the animation for the Goku fight, and then with the animations for the Vegeta portion at the end. They can make that a tag mechanic and do whatever they want with it. They can also give us a standalone blue Vegeta. Now I know a lot of people are like, wait, where's what about Goku? We can get a standalone blue Goku from that fight, but we have already, we have already a lot of blue Gokus at this. Not really, but we already have a decent blue Goku that starts off. I mean, he's a tag right now, but we have a decent blue Goku. Let's give our boy Vegeta some love, and he's from that movie as well, and they haven't really touched a lot of his crazy animations. I mean, this exchange unit only does one attack really from that scene, and it's cool, but it's not the it can definitely be redone. That movie has some of Vegeta's cleanest fighting scenes in it, and if we can go with the transformation when they do the exchange or when they do the tag mechanic, the transformation of Vegeta showing up and like kicking Goku to his teammates, that could go crazy as well. I mean, they have a lot of resources and they have a lot of assets they can use for this. This is going to be the survey unit. Yep. Now we do have one more idea. Bardock. Now, I did see some talks about this in the community, having Bardock and Goku as an original unit. I know The Truth had a video came out saying the same thing. This is a little bit less likely to me, only because of just the team aspect. I mean, a lot of times, like, they want to go with something that they could link with. I know that the Blues have those weird links, how the Frieza has that weird link, and sometimes they have plain links like Fierce Battle together. They have I want to say, yeah, they have prodigies. Even Vegeta would have that link. So things like that. They have a lot of links that go together. This could work if they wanted to do a sort of base Bardock from the Broly movie. That's a movie Heroes League. I could go with that. I can get with that. A base Bardock LR from the Broly movie with actual great animations. I mean, they can use some of the animations from his special as well. It's not like Dokkan hasn't already spliced animations from different arcs to make certain characters a lot better or look a lot better than they normally would. And this Bardock is relatively untouched. I mean, he has the Final Spirit Cannon. In this movie, it is with great animations too when he's fighting back against Frieza and he does the actual Spirit Cannon attack. So they could always redo that. They could always get that done. And with finally, we touched on this subject a little bit earlier. It is painful that they do not have a Wrath Broly, Ozaru Broly in this game yet. I think it's crazy. Because until Broly goes Super Saiyan, he's handling the main characters, Goku and Vegeta, in this form. A lot of his fighting is in this form. I know the last, 30 minutes of the movie has some of the craziest animations with Broly and Gogeta when he's Super Saiyan and things like that. But for the first hour of the movie, Broly is in base, and he's in the wrathful form, and he is tearing Goku and Vegeta to shreds, and we don't have none of it in good animations. We don't have the slam whirlwind attack that he does on Goku. We don't have him piecing up Vegeta in the iceberg. Nothing. We don't have the transformation scene. We don't have the beam attack. Like, this image is Broly powering up over the water, ready to shoot the beam attack at Vegeta. So we don't have even that. They can do so many things with this character. Give him a counter, give him a nullification. He does a lot. He's kind of like the original Broly in this state, where he just tanks every attack. He's a beast, and he's just laying the actual smackdown on the main roster of characters. So they could go with, for part 2 of this celebration, they can go with this Wrathful Broly. I think that it would be Actually, it would be a supremely big help for just the category super bosses, let alone movie bosses. This Broly is on teams that actually need help. He's going to be on grade 8 power. That's a buff for Gogeta. He's going to be on controllable power. That's a buff for this Broly, the Broly from the second movie. Obviously, he needs a lot of uncontrollable power characters to get his guard, get his domain, and things like that. He's on mission execution, so I mean, a buff for Tao. That's a buff for Tao if you want it. I mean, they have a path to top grossing right here. He's on rapid growth. This guy's on every category, and he has the baseline of good links that we want, sane links that match up with everybody. He does have. He is sharing Fierce Battle, Prodigy, Shock and Speed with this Frieza as well, so I can see them dropping him. He's extreme class, so he can link up just decent enough with the Frieza. I mean, if you guys want this as a unit, honestly, this is the celebration to do it. Part 2 would go so crazy because they could easy a couple of units that I'm thinking of, or super easy a couple of units that I'm thinking of, like the two TOR God units, Vegeta and Goku. That would work supremely well. Give this Broly an easy A, even though he really didn't have a moment to shine. This is the Broly that I mentioned that's from the start of the movie. Give him an easy A. He would actually link up well with this Broly because they're different named characters. So, but yeah, that is all the characters that I think that could be coming in this part 2 celebration for the Transcendent Dokkan campaign. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any ideas of who might be coming, let me know. Put that down below. I will get to that later. A lot of the community has been wanting some major Saiyan buffs, major movie bosses buffs. I mean, these characters came out a year ago, so I understand what they're getting at. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
You are a fool to challenge a god. I'll calm the anger of the gods into you.